It's game time. Hello, everybody. Oh, crap. Hold on. Alright. Alright, so, what was it? Good to see you. Let's see. Is it? Let's see. Alright, audio is working. Let's see. Yep, alright. Everything looks good? Alright. So, what was it? It's good to see everybody. Alright. So, as you probably saw, the 2026 FIFA World Cup draw happened the other day. Group stage draw. And yeah, what was it? That was quite possibly the World Cup group stage draw of all time. I'm really proud of that. I'm really proud of that title, if you can't tell. Oh, crap. So yeah, as for my so yeah, what was it? We're gonna talk about some stories relating to the 2026 World Cup. Going over the groups. What was it? Some things I felt were important to talk about. Um, as for my opinion on the draw as a whole, it was all right. What was it? You had freaking, you had You had freaking, who was it? Shaquille O'Neal, Wayne Gretzky, Tom Brady, and a third other guy I don't care about, but is apparently an American athlete. Doing the draws because this is an American World Cup. It's like, yeah, there's technically two other countries also hosting, but like, man, we all know. Man, we all know who this World Cup is about. We all know who is, the center of attention here. Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, hey there, Ryan. What was it? Good to see you. Oh, making some popcorn. Wow, what was it? Good for you, man. So yeah, as I said, what was it? Talking about some stories relating to the World Cup tonight, and the World Cup draw, group stage draw, of course. Yeah, what was it? Uh, hmm? Yeah, I've talked for a little while. Let's get into it. Yeah, alright. Let's see. Let's see. First off, where is it? Alright, first off. Oh no, what was it? Yeah, I'm reading articles, like usual. What was it? Only really my first article is about the groups, and then, what was it? My next couple of articles are about, some other stuff that isn't totally related, but I did think was important to talk about. So yeah, but yeah, I will be talking about the groups. Yeah. Alright. See? So yeah, what was it? First article. Hold on, let's see, what was it? Rigged draft, by the way. Even Trump admitted it. Yeah, no, what was it? Obviously, I don't want to say anything too definitive, but yeah, I feel like some of these draws were a little bit weird. Oh, oh God, what was it? Yeah, I mean, some of these, yeah, what was it? Some of these groups are, hmm. Obviously, I can't say anything too much, but, because, I want to get blacklisted before I'm even on the list in general. But yeah, some of these groups are a little odd. Yeah. Oh yeah, what was it? And yeah, what was it? And for some reason, at this draw, Gianni Infantino, I almost forgot to mention this, decided to give Donald Trump the FIFA World Peace Award. What the hell even is that? Like, oh my God. I don't even know what's going on. Like, come on. We might as well start calling Gianni Infantino frickin' Tony Hawk with with how many tricks he's doing on that frickin' pole. Oh crap. Or Or pole? No, what was it? That's not right. Rail, I guess. Oh man, with how much he is grinding on that rail would probably be it's probably a better thing to say. God damn. Oh crap. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why. I don't know why those two love each other so much, but it's fun. It's fun. But anyway, what was it? The first article I'm looking at comes from The Athletic. It is determining hardest, easiest groups, best games, and Golden Boot winner at the 2026 World Cup. This is by I believe this is one of those articles where they just kind of went around the office asking a bunch of people, their opinions on things. So it's like by Oliver Kay, Michael Cox, and more. Yeah, so what was it? It's an opinion piece from I think like a dozen different people. So yeah. But yeah, what was it? Here are the groups. If you don't remember all of them, I'll run through them all quick. Yeah, I'll run through them all pretty quick because you've probably seen a bunch of them already. But just in case you haven't. Ooh, all right. Group A, Mexico, South Africa, Korea, and winner of playoff D. I don't actually remember who's playing for this, so it could be anyone. I remember there was a bit of a thing, yeah, what was it? I remember there was a bit of a thing, going around on, Twitter, where people saw this group, because it's Mexico, which is, which is, Latin American, South Africa, which is African, and, Korea, which is Asian, and someone quote tweeted, this group with this, really racist cartoon from, this old MTV show called Wonder Showsen. I don't know if you've ever heard of Wonder Showsen, but, it's some of the funniest shit ever. It's what was it? Uh, there were a couple of people on it. You heard of what's his name, Bob Odenkirk? He was on that show and he was pretty funny. It's from the 90s or something. I don't know. But yeah, it was fun. So yeah, what was it? So yeah, what was it? Next up, Group B. You have Canada, the other host, as well as the winner of Playoff A, Qatar, and Switzerland. Then you have Group C, Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, and Scotland. Then you have Group D, yeah. Yeah, what was it? You have USA, Paraguay, Australia, and whoever the winner of Playoff C is. What was it? Uh, Crap. uh, and what was it? What was it? I like the US's odds against Australia, but Paraguay I feel like are gonna be a tougher opponent. Yeah, what was it? I feel like they might be a bit tougher. Next up. Oh, what was it? Oh yeah, what was it? Thank you for the like, other viewer. They're alright. Next up we have Group E. What was it? Yeah, what was it? This is, Yeah, what was it? Let's see, we got Germany, we got Curacao. I don't know if you saw I don't know if you saw who was it that drew this? Was it Aaron Judge or was it Wayne Gretzky? I don't actually remember. But whoever drew Curacao, pronounced it super wrong. It was he said Curacao or something. Oh crap. I remember I saw a bunch of people being a bit mad or upset about that or making jokes. But if we're being it was Aaron Judge? Yeah, yeah. I remember I saw a bunch of people making jokes or even being kind of upset, but how many people actually know how to pronounce Curacao correctly? I feel like not as many as you would think. Then you had, what was it? Oh, well, crap, what was it? Well, you had the Ivory Coast and Ecuador. So yeah, Group E is definitely Germany's group to lose. You know, what was it? I don't see. I don't really see too many of these teams giving Germany too much trouble. Who knows? Next up, Group F. We have the Netherlands, Japan, the winner of Playoff B, and Tunisia. I feel like the Netherlands are definitely going through here. I feel like the second place. Yeah, I feel like the second place. I don't. You think so? I think they're all right. All right. Well. Well, I don't think. Well, I really don't think Tunisia is going through. So if it's not the Netherlands, then I guess it's Japan and whoever the winner of Playoff B is. Crap. Who was Playoff B? Who was Playoff B again? I don't remember. Yeah, Japan did have some. Japan did have some shock upsets, but they all. Yeah, Japan did have some shock upsets at the last World Cup, but they also did lose in the round of 16, so it was, I don't know. And I feel like. Hmm. 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 Yeah, I guess Tunisia did beat France, but like, we'll see. Next up, Group G. Belgium, Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand. Not really sure how I feel. Oh, Ireland are in the group. Oh, Ireland are in the, what was it, D playoff? Alright, they've been doing pretty good so far. Yeah, who knows? They might. I feel like they have a pretty good shot. Hold on, who are Ireland up against? World Cup. Hold on. Oh, weird. What was it? Ireland. Wait, what? Who are they up against? Oh, okay, so what was it? They're playing against Denmark, Czech Republic, and North Macedonia. Alright, that's not a bad group. I feel like, what was it? I feel like Denmark is probably the team that's gonna give them the most trouble out of that group. I don't really see what was it, Czechia giving them too much trouble. But North Macedonia did beat Italy a while back. So I don't know. Yeah, what was it? I feel like they have a good chance. So next up, Group H. We have Spain. Oh, yeah, what was it? Oh, yeah, what was it? It didn't. The article I saw didn't show who faced who, so I guess I just said whoever. Alright, so it's Czechia, then to either Denmark or North Macedonia. Alright, well, I don't think Czechia will be too much trouble, so I guess it comes down to who wins between Denmark and North Macedonia. I guess we'll have to see. Next up, Group H. We got Spain, Cabo Verde, Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay. Alright, I feel like Spain... Alright, I feel like Spain is definitely going through out of this group. So... I guess Group H probably comes down to either... Yeah, I think Spain and Uruguay are going through. I know that's probably the boring pick, but I don't know. I just feel like that's how it's gonna go down. Next up, Group I. This is a group that had a lot of people talking, because it's got France, Senegal, winner of Playoff 2, and Norway. Yes, what was it? This is Norway's first World Cup in, I believe it was over 20 years, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, Norway are returning to the World Cup for the first time in a while, and they're facing off against France. Did I skip Group G? I could have sworn I talked about it. Oh crap. Did I? Did I skip it? Eh. Well, well, in my defense, I guess it's not the most interesting group. Belgium, Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand. Hmm. Not really not really sure. Oh, okay, yeah. With Group G, not totally sure who I see going through from Group G. I feel like Belgium, yeah, I feel like Belgium probably has a good chance, but, Iran versus Egypt, yeah, I guess that would, hmm. Yeah, I guess that does sound kind of interesting from a political, geopolitical stance. Alright, what was it? Maybe I'll check out that game, see how it goes. So yeah. Oh crap, but what was I talking about before? Yeah, what was it? So yeah, Group I, one of the groups that's been getting, one of the groups that stirred up a lot of talk because it contains both France and Norway, meaning Mbappe and Holland will be facing off against each other at the World Cup. Oh my god. I think it's amazing. The Salah situation? Uh, yeah, I guess. I guess I could try. What was it? I'll see him. I'll see how long it takes to get through. Yeah, what was it? Yeah, I'll try and get through the articles quick and see how long. Yeah, I'll see how long it takes to get through the articles, and yeah, I guess I could. Guess I could talk about the Salah situation. We'll see. Yeah. What was it? It's dropped from the Champions League squad. I heard about that. Yeah, what was it? It is a crazy situation. It is. What was it? Yeah, he's been dropped, and what was it? There's been a lot of stories going around. Yeah, it hasn't been confirmed, but there have been some stories going around about Slot being on kind of thin ice. Yeah, I would love to be a fly on the wall in the Liverpool dressing room right now because I feel like some very interesting shit's going down in there. Man. But yeah, what was I? I hope so, man. Yeah. Uh, yeah. I remember. Yeah, what was it? I remember when I started this channel. Uh, hold on. Hold on a second. What the? Alright, sorry about that. That turned out to be nothing. But yeah, what was it? Yeah, man, I'm up to 85 subs. What was it? When I started this channel, about 6 or 7 months ago. Yeah, I'm back. What was it? I heard some downstairs. It was turned out to be nothing. But yeah, when I started this channel, what was it, 6 or 7 months ago at this point? What was it? My goal was 100 subscribers by the end of the year. But what was it? I'm a little over half a year in. I'm already up to 85. That's pretty good. Well, it's pretty good for, what I wanted to do. What was it? But yeah, what was it? Yeah, what was it? I really do think I can reach 100 by the end of the year. Or, well, no, not by the end of this year. I mean, in a full Yeah. In like a full year since I started the channel. You know what I mean? So what was it? It's been like 6 or 7 months, so like yeah, I got like another 5 months. I think I can do it. Yeah. But yeah, but yeah, what was it? Where was I? I kind of feel bad for Holland, if honestly. He's going to his like first ever World Cup and like Norway's first World Cup in over like 20 years, and immediately they're going up against France. Oh crap. That's gonna what was it? That is just the worst luck. Or, what was it? It might not be luck, obviously, this was a very odd yeah, this was a very odd draw, as both you and many people have pointed out. Yeah, what was it? It's crazy. What was it? You're growing 11 subs a week, so that means you will reach 100 by December 28th. um, hmm. Yeah. Uh, hmm. Maybe I will. Maybe I can reach 100 subs by the end of the year. Who knows? Yeah. Well, but what was it? But anyway, next up, we have the group of the reigning champions, Group J: Argentina, Algeria, Austria, and Jordan. Now, what was it? I think the Argentina's first game is going to be against Algeria. I think that's good. Yeah, it's like, mm. Yeah, what was it? It's like you have this is definitely Argentina's group to lose. Like I said, yeah, what was it? They're up against Algeria, what was it, and Jordan, which aren't exactly great. Austria's Austria. Yeah, what was it? This probably is one of the less interesting groups. Uh, Next, and after them, we have, what was it? The group of, what was it? We have Group K of containing Portugal, the winner of Playoff 1, Uzbekistan, and Colombia. Now, what was it? Uh, I've heard I've heard some talk recently about whether or not Ronaldo is going to play for Portugal. What was it like? He got the ban. He got the ban for elbowing that Irish player, but then I distinctly remember there. Yeah. But then I remember, what was it? There was some talk because FIFA like shortened his ban so that he could play at the World Cup. But then I've still heard the talk that he might not play, so uh yeah, I remember. Yeah, hey there, Red Muhammad. Good to see you, man. Yeah, what was it? Colombia. Yeah, what was it? Yeah. Colombia and Portugal probably do feel like the obvious picks for getting out of this group. But what was it? I don't remember who was in playoff 1, so yeah. I don't know. What was it? Who knows? Whoever wins that might change things, but like I said, I'm not totally sure who it might be, so yeah. So yeah, what was it? Yeah, probably. So yeah. Whether or not Ronaldo plays for Portugal is gonna be yeah, what was it? It's gonna be a big question, seeing how yeah. Yeah. What was it? And the last up, Group L, we have England, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama. Hmm. All right. So all right. So I feel like the obvious picks for this group are probably England and Croatia, but hmm. Group L, the team of bottlers. Yeah. What was it? Oh. Hmm. The teams of bottlers. Yeah. Oh, that's what you meant. Okay. Hmm. I don't know. What was it? I'm not sure if it's gonna happen, but I think it would be really funny if Panama pulled an upset against England. Like, that's not a prediction. I'm not sure if it's gonna happen, but I think it would be really funny. Yeah. Alright. Alright. So, crap. Oh my god. I've spent 20 minutes just going over the picture at the beginning of the article. I gotta get into this. Alright, so, now we know. So, now we know. The 12 groups for the 20... England... Imagine England losing to Panama. Yeah. Like I said, that's not a serious prediction, but I do think it would be funny. Oh, crap. Oh crap, where was I? So now we know the 12 groups for the 2026 World Cup, which will be co-hosted by the US, Canada, and Mexico, have been drawn. Standout group matches will include Kylian Mbappe's France facing Erling Haaland's Norway in Group I, Brazil versus Morocco. Oh yeah, what was it? I'm not sure I talked about it, but that is also going to be an interesting matchup. What was it? You got Brazil, who obviously are, probably one of, if not the most well-known countries when it comes to, their soccer. But then you have Morocco, who are definitely rising stars in the soccer world, and pulled off something pretty impressive. Last time around. What was it? Making it to the semifinals, or making it the farthest any African team has ever made it. So this is definitely going to be a very interesting matchup. Let's see. I got France, Portugal, Spain to win. Yeah, I guess. I guess those do sound... I'm not so sure about Portugal, but France and Spain do both sound like pretty good options to me. Okay, what was it? Once again, have to be careful because oh, you got Croatia winning. Okay, what was it? All right, going for some long odds. All right, what was it? I can respect that. Uh, what was it? Not once again. I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I think it would be funny. I think it would be really funny if like Portugal won this World Cup. So that like what was it? The Messi v Ronaldo arguments can get like even crazier. Oh crap. Yeah. Oh crap. What was I? See. We got Portugal against Colombia in Group K. What was it? And Spain clashing with Uruguay in Group H. The USA will be pleased with a fairly kind group, although it will depend, like 5 other groups, on which teams make it through the playoffs in March. The Athletics writers run through the potential winners and losers from the draw, the games to look forward to, and their hopes and expectations for next summer's tournament. Yeah, what was it? Next summer. Yeah, it might be a few months away, but that time is gonna fly. What was it? That's gonna move faster than you probably think it will. This was a great draw. Sure, whatever you say. I don't know, I'm not too sure about that. Michael Cox. The USA, it remains to be seen which of Turkey, Romania, Slovakia, and Kosovo. Oh my god, crap. Oh shit, what was it? I forgot Turkey. I forgot Turkey was in that. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, so for Group D, what was it? The playoff C comes down to Turkey, Romania, Slovakia, and Kosovo. So unless one of these three countries pulls a major upset, it's definitely it's probably gonna be Turkey. Crap. What was it? So let's see, what was it? United States, Paraguay, Australia, and Turkey. Yeah, I don't know. That does not sound like. Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't sound like a great group for the U.S. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Yeah. All right. Complete the along. All right. Complete the group alongside Paraguay and Australia. But the main hosts of this competition, while not anywhere near the level they should be at by this stage, yes, can still feel confident of not merely progressing, but also topping Group D. Let's see. Oliver K. Okay. The three host nations, nobody is expect nobody is expecting them to win it, but the United States, Mexico, and Canada all have beatable opponents in their groups, which offers the opportunity to build relief and excitement in the host nations, which will be good for the tournament. Yeah, I guess so. What were the other? Hold on. Mexico had South Africa, South Korea, and Playoff D. Hmm. Let's see. And Canada had Playoff A, Qatar, and Switzerland. Hmm. Yeah, I guess they do have. Hmm. I guess these groups are beatable, but I feel like they are also. I don't know, somewhat even. Hmm. You got You got Mexico versus South Korea, which I feel like is probably going to be the better game from this group. Canada versus Switzerland. States versus Turkey. By the way, the title is sarcasm, right? Oh yeah, yeah. No, the title is sarcasm. What was it? Wow, that was the world. Yeah, no, what was it? The title is a joke. Uh, you ever heard that joke? That was the World Cup draw of all time. It's like you're not saying it's the greatest. You're just saying it was the. I don't know. It's a bit of a thing I've seen a few times. Oh shit, games are playing at 3 a.m. where you are? God damn. Oh man. Ugh. God, what was it? Your sleep schedule is gonna be fucked, man. I'm sorry. Damn. Alright. Megan Ferengia. Ferenga. Uh, it's unoriginal, but yes, the home nations, all three nations have the capability of topping their respective groups. Yeah, what was it? Yeah. Yeah, what was it? I live in New York, not to dox myself, but I live in New York. Me and my family were considering trying to get tickets to a couple of games over in MetLife, over at the MetLife Stadium, but yeah, what was it? Well, it already is almost 1 a.m. up here. Oh crap, dude. you know, yeah, what was it? I imagine. Yeah. What was it? Well, what was Well, what was it? I am honored that you enjoy my company more than a school trip, so thanks for that. What was it? So yeah, yeah, what was it? School can be tough. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, me and my family were considering trying to get tickets to some of the games over in MetLife Stadium, but like, yeah, nah, that shit's just way too expensive. We're watching it on TV. Damn. Alright. Yeah. Oh. Algebra is done differently in Ireland than in the U.S.? Huh. I didn't know that. Weird. I got... Alright. I guess I'll look up how Ireland does algebra later and see how, see how that works. Yep. Where was I? And major tournaments are... Hmm. 2x times 3x equals 6x? We did that in the US. At least I'm pretty sure we did. Hmm. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Hold on. The World Cup is gonna have a halftime show. We gotta be having Ice Spice dancing and Kendrick Lamar singing "Not Like Us." He already did. He already did that at the Super Bowl. Well, is it? I'm not sure they're gonna do that again. Oh crap. Yeah. Have they actually announced who the halftime singer is gonna be? I remember the last time I heard about it, Gianni Infantino said that. Yeah, they put out a story. Gianni Infantino said he got. Yeah, Gianni Infantino said like the singer of like Coldplay was gonna help him pick the singer. Yeah, what was it? No, yeah, I know it'll be a thing. What was it? I'm thinking. I'm trying to think if they've actually picked a singer yet. I don't think they have. Oh god, it might. Oh god, it might actually end up being Ice Spice. Oh crap. I I don't hate Ice Spice, but I'm definitely not a fan of her either. It's like oh crap. I don't know if you saw it. What was it? They recently put out a new SpongeBob movie. Yeah, for some reason they're still putting out SpongeBob movies, and Ice Spice did a freaking song for freaking SpongeBob, and it's quite possibly one of the worst things I've ever heard in my life. Oh my god. Look up freaking Ice Spice SpongeBob song. It I don't know, what was it? You'll probably regret it, but it could be kind of funny for a second. Oh god. Yeah, what was it? It's crazy. Oh crap, what was I? Alright, let's see. Crap, where was I? Oh yeah. Tom Harris. Belgium. They will fancy their chances of topping Group G, with an opener against Egypt looking likely to set the tone. Games against Ireland and New Zealand, the competition's lowest ranked side. Wait, what was it? Is Ireland or New Zealand their lowest ranked side? Eh. That, well, that doesn't, I guess that, Iran, goddamn. Crap. Crap. You had me thinking about Ireland. It's Iran. Sorry about that. Crap. So yeah, well, that doesn't bode well. Then again, I feel like FIFA's world rankings are a bit weird, so, you know. Yeah. Let's see. The per FIFA should then allow the likes of Kevin De Bruyne and Jeremy Doku to show their class. Alright, let's see. Jack Lang. Spain should be pretty satisfied. Cape Verde did incredibly well to even reach the World Cup, and it would be a major surprise were they to lay a glove on the European champions first up. Oh shit, Spain's... What was it? Cape Verde is going up against Spain first? Oh, that's gonna be a fun one to watch. Man. Saudi Arabia aren't as good as they were 4 years ago, and Uruguay could just as easily self-destruct as thrive. Top spot in Group H beckons. Yeah, like I said, I feel like Group H is definitely Spain's to lose. Next up, this was a bad draw for, let's see, Cox. Oh god. I'm honest. I really am a bit worried I might get in trouble for saying this guy's name. I really hope YouTube doesn't. God damn. Intercontinental Pathway winners, 2. If any of Bolivia, Suriname, or Iraq get a single point against any of France, Senegal, and Norway, they'll have done well. It will probably be Bolivia, who are a decent side at home, but lost 8 of their 9 qualification games away, which doesn't bode well. Ah, crap, yeah. Crap, yeah. Classic Bolivia. What was it? I think Maxwell calls them the sea level merchants. Yeah, what was it? It's easy to win games when you're like a million feet above sea level and everybody else is sick from altitude sickness. But the second you gotta come down to someone else's level, you get thrashed. Oh, crap. Yeah, what was it? You know what? You know what? If Bolivia plays in Colorado... Wait. No, wait. Was Colorado one of them? Yeah, Denver... No. I'm... I'm straight up forgetting who the hosts are. Oh, crap. Was Denver, Colorado a host? I don't remember. What was it? If they played there, they might have a chance, but, you know, anywhere else, they're probably getting destroyed. Let's see. K. England. I know some will say otherwise, but being drawn in a group with Croatia, Panama, and Ghana is fairly tough when you're a top seed. If they manage to win the group and get to the last 16, they could find themselves facing Mexico in Mexico City. Oh, that could be interesting. What was it? Going up against Mexico when they in Mexico City? In the last 16. Okay, that All right, that would probably be a pretty interesting match. Oh man, I do think it would be really fun. I do think it would be really fitting for England to lose against Mexico in Mexico City. Oh crap. That sounds like a way that England would go out of the World Cup. Followed by, in theory, Brazil in Miami. Sometimes you can see a route to the semifinals opening up from the moment the draw is made. I don't think that's the case with England, or indeed, Germany. Let's see. Faringa. It depends on your definition of bad. If you're Scottish, and we're hoping to go far in this tournament, that's a tough task now with both 5-time world champions Brazil and 2022 and 2022 World Cup semi-finalist Morocco standing in your way. Oh yeah, what was it? Scotland in a group with Brazil and Morocco? Yeah, this was not a good draw for them. The flip side is, of course, that this is why you want to qualify for these tournaments, to play the big beasts. There's a wonderful bit of historic poetry at play as well, for what it's worth. Scotland faced Brazil and Morocco the last time they were at a World Cup back in 1998. Oh crap. Okay, you know what? Actually, what was it? Scotland might actually have a good chance. They're trying to run it back. They're trying to get it back in blood against Brazil and Morocco. Okay. You know what? They actually have something to lose here. Oh my god. Oh crap. I actually am 50 minutes in. Goddamn. Alright, I'll try. How much is left in here? Oh shit, what was it? I thought I would get through this article way faster. Goddamn. Oh crap. You know what? I do want to talk about that Salah stuff. So you know what? I'm gonna get through this segment. Then I'm gonna move on to the next articles because I do think both of them are pretty interesting topics I wanted to talk about. So yeah, what was it? Oh crap! I did not notice how much time had passed. No, it's cool, man. I like talking with you. You're a fun guy to talk to. Oh crap. Let's see. They lost to both. Oh, that's fun. But hey, vengeance, unlike the World Cup draw, is like a fine wine. It gets better with time. Ain't that the truth? Harris. Perhaps they'll relish the challenge. Remember Bruce. I try not to remember Bruce Arena sometimes. Oh, crap. Perhaps they'll relish the challenge. But Curaçao will have both hoping for an easier introduction to life at the World Cup. An opening game against Julian Nagelsmann's Germany is followed by a clash with tough South American side Ecuador. By the time they take on Ivory Coast, African champions in 2023, they'll be happy to have any points on the board. Oh man. Next up, Lang. You know those groups in which 3 teams beat up on one poor underdog? Group E looks a lot like that to me. May fortune be on your side, Curaçao. The same will absolutely apply to Group I once we know which of Bolivia, Suriname, and Iraq are in the mix. Oh crap, what was Group E again? Group E, Germany, Ivory Coast, Ecuador, and Curaçao. Yeah, what was it? You do kind of have to feel bad for Curaçao a little bit. What was it? Yeah, this isn't exactly a good group for them. Oh, man. But yeah, what was it? Alright. Oh, crap. Let's see. Group F. Netherlands, Japan, Euro Playoff B, and Tunisia. Yeah, I guess so. Out of all of these, yeah, that does feel like... Yeah, that probably does feel like a group of death. Hold on, who is Playoff B? Let me check that first. Hold up. Playoff B. Let's see. Path B, it's Ukraine, Sweden, Poland, and Albania. Oh, okay. Alright, yeah, you know what? That is a pretty... Yeah, what was it? That does feel like a pretty good playoff. Yeah, that does feel like a pretty good playoff path. Yeah, what was it? Ukraine? Yeah, Ukraine is doing pretty good right now. Of course, you have Sweden. Yeah. Poland, they're alright. Albania, might be the weak link here. But yeah, what was it? So yeah, Netherlands, Japan, Tunisia, and either... I think Path B is gonna come down to either... I think Path B is either gonna be Ukraine or Poland. I don't... Let's see. You know, it's not... Well, to be fair, it's really not that it's really not that hard to be better than James Corden. Yeah. But yeah, what was it? So yeah. Uh yeah, that was all I had to say about this article. Next up, what was it? This is an interesting topic, one that's been talked about before, but I did think it was I do think is worth talking about again. How travel will impact 2026 World Cup group stage and why it matters. This is from ESPN by Cesar Hernandez. Hmm. All right. So, so yeah. So begins the countdown to the World Cup, which kicks off on Thursday, June 11th, 2026, in Mexico City when El Tri take on South Africa. Oh yeah, what was it? The opening match is what was it? Mexico versus South Africa. What was it? Do ES? Hmm. Do ES? Do they have the broadcasting rights in the U.S.? I don't actually remember. Oh crap! What was it? Oh yeah, what was it? Yeah, I think I remember that. I think I read something about that. So yeah, what was it? We got a fun re. So yeah, what was it? First match of the World Cup, gonna be a fun rematch. What was it? That'll be good to see. Yeah, what was it? Crazy. Oh crap! What was it? You got Norway versus France, and now you got, and now we're having a repeat of the opener from 2020 from 2010. It's like, it's like, don't get me wrong, it's fun to see, but I understand why why people are talking about this being a bit rigged because that is a bit too perfect. You know what I mean? Oh crap! Quoting the quoting the South African manager, "If we don't qualify for the World Cup, I'll resign right after the game, not even shaking anyone's hand." Damn, wow. Oh man, what was it? That guy. Wow, that guy had some Wow, that guy had some serious conviction, man. What was it? That is a really cool line. God. All right. With just 6 months to go, final preparations are now on the table following last Friday's draw for the tournament. In addition to tactics and on the field plans, teams will now have to consider the off the field logistics of lengthy travel that will run through the three North American host countries: the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Keeping in mind the hundreds, if not thousands, of miles that the participants will have to cover, travel arrangements and planning is no straightforward task. In a sport that is often laser focused on finding and exploiting the marginal gains that can sometimes make or break your quest to win a championship. And in one which the globe's best of the best play for clubs in smaller European nations, there is a lot to keep in mind for every team set to do battle in North America next summer. Luckily for those who are mapping out their North American plans, there are previously what was it? This proves football is too important for some people. Yeah, yeah, what was it? Yeah, like any passion, sometimes people can take it too far. Yeah, what was it? What was it? Colombia, 1994. Yeah. Well, to be fair, to be fair, that Colombian guy, what was his name again? Edgar. What was his name? Edgar Escobar, I think he was called, something like that. To be fair, he wasn't just killed over the World Cup. Edgar Escobar, yeah. He wasn't just killed over the he wasn't just killed over the World Cup. He was killed because mafia guys bet money on the game. That is still bad, and that is still soccer related, but it was also money related, which I feel like is, more of a might have been more Andres Escobar. I don't know why I said Edgar. Yeah, though. Andres Escobar. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, it was soccer related, but it was also probably money related, which is also a big motivator to do stuff like that. Money is taking over football. That is true. That is also true. Crap. Yeah. Yeah, that is true. What was it? Yeah, more and more it does feel like, everything's just about making a quick buck. Yeah, it's sad. Oh crap, what was I? There are previous lessons that have been learned by clubs across the continent who know plenty about traversing down those beaten paths. At the previous 2022 edition in Qatar, national teams national teams quickly traversed a country that's smaller in square miles than Connecticut. But when they arrive in North America next summer, it's safe to say they might need to do just a little more moving. Yeah, they're gonna have to do a lot more moving. Crap. 2026 World Cup group stage travel at a glance. Of the three host nations for the next summer's World Cup, Mexico has the most gentle travel for their three group stage games against South Korea, South Africa, and and a playoff qualifier from UEFA, Denmark, North Macedonia, Czechia, or Republic of Ireland. With Canada traveling the longest distance to face Qatar, Switzerland, and a different playoff qualifier from UEFA. Oh, damn. What was it? Unlucky for Canada. Italy, North Ireland, Wales, or Bosnia Herzegovina. Yeah, well, I said it right. I think. I don't know. The U.S. will travel between Seattle and Los Angeles for their group matches against. Yeah. For their group matches against Paraguay, Australia, and a playoff qualifier from UEFA, Turkey, Romania, Slovakia, or Kosovo. Some of the hopefuls to win it all in North America next summer face wildly different travel experiences. Holders Argentina will face little logistical difficulty with their games in Dallas and Kansas City, while 2022 runners-up France also face a generous schedule, keeping them in the Northeast for the duration of Group I. The biggest losers. England, who will be in Massachusetts and Texas, holy crap, for their games against Croatia, Ghana, and Panama. God damn. They gotta go from Massachusetts all the way to Texas? Oh my god, hold on. Date map. Oh. Let's see, what was it? Oh damn. Alright, Massachusetts, if you don't know, is this pink area over here, and Texas is over here, so they gotta travel a pretty long way. Holy crap. They gotta travel at least like 10 or 12 states, goddamn. And that's just for the group stage. Oh man. Alright. The 2026 World Cup across 3 countries provides. Yeah, what was it? Yeah, you do got a lot of Irish people over there. Let's see. 2026 World Cup across 3 countries provides more complex travel arrangements than Qatar 2022. Well, yeah, obviously. for obvious reasons given the smaller size of that host nation, but this might be a lighter load than Brazil in 2014, which saw teams traveling an average of more than 2,000 miles or more during the group stage. God damn. Brazil isn't that. How big is Brazil again? Oh. Let's see. All right. In blue is USA, in red is Canada, and in green is Mexico. All right, so Mexico only have to travel 580 miles. Let's see. The U.S. only has to the U.S. has to travel 1,930 miles. Goddamn. This is from L.A. to Seattle, so it's literally from the south of the the south of the West Coast to the north of the West Coast. And then Canada have to travel all the way from Toronto to Vancouver on the other side of the continent. 2,084 miles. Goddamn. Oh, man. And you know, what was it? Gianni Infantino claims like every World Cup is going to be the first carbon neutral World Cup. But like, what was it? But like, goddamn, what was it? Do you have any idea how much, what was it? How much plane travel is gonna have to happen in this World Cup? Like, goddamn, teams are gonna have to fly on a plane between like every game, and they're flying thousands of miles. Oh crap! Yeah, what was it? Yeah, what was it? There's gonna be a lot of carbon emissions. This is not gonna be good for the atmosphere. It's just not. Oh, I'm okay. My throat just gets a bit scratchy sometimes. Hold on. Yeah, man. I mean, it's always yeah, man. I mean, it's great to have someone to talk to. You seem like a really fun guy. I like hanging with you. Okay. Let's see. Ah, man, that really sucks to hear. Um, what was it? That is a yeah, that is a. I guess that I guess that is a decent consolation. What was it? Yeah, man. I really am sorry to hear about that, man. You know, it always sucks when stuff like that happens. But you know, you seem like a good guy, man. You know, just stay strong, man. You'll be fine. Great to hear, man. All right. All right, crap. The repercussions of long travel. Some people do postgraduate work in medicine. Others dive into philosophy or chemistry. San Diego FC's head of human performance, Luke Jenkinson, damn, says, "My PhD is investigating the impact of travel in North American soccer." Really? That's a very that's a very specific line of research. Damn. I wonder how you get into that. Huh. My brother moved to New York last month. Oh, all right. That's cool. Did he move there for work or is he studying? You know what you uh oh, you or you know, you don't have to, disclose anything you don't want to disclose. Sorry, yeah. Jenkinson, author of a paper in review called Crossing Time Zones and Touchlines for the Journal of yeah, that sucks. uh, if it makes you feel any better, living in the U.S. is also getting kind of expensive. Eh, yeah, what was it? Uh, it's like we said before, everything's about money nowadays. Uh, crap. Oh, hello. Do it anyways. What was it? Nice to hear from you. It's going pretty good for me. How about you? Uh, ah, crap. Oh. Oh shit, it's 116 for you? It's like hmm. It's about 816 for me. Yeah, what was it? Crap, what was it? You guys Crap, it is late for you guys, damn. Alright, damn. Man, what was it? Yeah, what was it? Crap. Yeah, yeah. I used to stay up pretty late back when I was in high school too. But man, God, I just cannot stay up that late anymore. I gotta get up early. I gotta get up super early for work. Yeah. Oh, what was it? You found me through my 442 stuff. Yeah, what was it? Yeah, reacting to 442s is like, yeah, some of the more popular videos I do. Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, what was it? It's fun. Yeah, what was it? I'm half Latino, so yeah, a lot of my family members are big into soccer. I watched soccer a lot back when I was a kid with my dad. Hmm. Hmm. I guess I can understand that. Yeah, I think I. Yeah, I think I've heard something about that. Yeah, I think I've read that from a couple different places. Yeah, part of it. Yeah, part of it might be nostalgia. Hmm. I do think I do remember. Last stream, I watched a couple of his older. I watched a couple of like his older videos. While oh shit, wow. Yeah, that happens sometimes. You get older. Yeah, I'm 21. Yeah, sometimes you get older, yeah, you start to become a bit jaded. You maybe don't have as much time to enjoy stuff you used to. Crap. Luckily, I'm still yeah. Luckily, I'm still fairly young, but yeah, I'm just not sure how things are gonna go when I get older. Yeah. Crap. Man. Oh, crap. Where was I? Yeah. Jenkinson, author of a paper in review called Crossing Time Zones and Touchlines for the Journal of Sports Sciences, was quick to note what can happen after such length. Oh, crap, yeah. Uh, like the usual rhythms of a 90-minute game, the personal patterns of fine-tuned players are disrupted by travel fatigue, which can alter their circadian rhythms. Oh man. Sleep disturbance. Yeah, well, is it? Qatar isn't a place you want to cause too much trouble. Yep. Sleep disturbances are an obvious negative result. Any frequent flyer can tell you that, but it can also change how players can metabolize meals. Reading an article about what was it? How travel could affect teams at the World Cup. Because yeah, what was it? Some teams are gonna have to travel pretty long distances between games. Oh man. What was it? Canada have to go from Toronto to Vancouver, which is a 2,800-mile trip. And that's just for the group stage. It's gonna be crazy. Potential increases with digestive distress, which is an important one, because it's uncomfortable and it's not pleasant, said Jenkinson, who helped San Diego FC achieve MLS's best away record this season. If we have gastrointestinal distress, the absorption of those nutrients, and in particular, those carbohydrates, can be significantly impacted, and then, also from a hydration perspective. Let's see. Group stage travel for other top teams. Alright, let's see. We got yellow is Spain. uh, yeah, what was it? Yeah. What was it? We have Spain in yellow. They have to go from Guadalajara to Atlanta, which is a 1,469 mile flight. For Argentina, they have to go from Dallas to Kansas City, which is 461 miles. Okay, that's not too bad. For France, which is the dark blue, they have to go from, was that Boston to Philadelphia? 334. All right, that one's also not too bad. Then for England, they have to go from New York, New Jersey, to Boston, Massachusetts, all the way to Dallas. Oh crap, what was it? Yeah, they have to go all the way from Boston to Dallas, Texas. That's that's going to be a fun one. 1,721 miles. And finally, Brazil in green, who have to go from New York to Philadelphia all the way down to Miami. 1,094 miles. Goddamn. Oh, man. Tired, missing crucial nutrients, and probably irritated due to digestive distress, it's no surprise what happens to teams that don't properly mitigate these issues. Yeah, I remember I was talking before about like the potential environmental impact of all these plane flights across the US and, Mexico and Canada. But yeah, this stuff is definitely going to take a toll on the players too. These are some yeah, some of these are some crazy distances. You can see it so many times. Tons of muscle injuries occur during all those trips and lack recovery, said John Poley, head of physical preparations for the 2025 MLS Cup finalists, Vancouver Whitecaps. Oh, that's the team Thomas Muller is playing for right now. Let's see. Oh, crap, I did? Congratulations, you reached 104K viewers in all your videos lives combined. Damn! Oh, man, wow. Alright, that's not too bad. Oh, man. Thank, thanks for keeping... Thanks for Thanks for... what was it? Thanks for pointing it out, Ryan. Oh, man. These long trips aren't entirely for sitting still, either. Flight time is also valuable recovery time. Uh, we make sure that we get up and move, not just to sit in the seats the entire time, said Pacific FC coach James Merriman, who has to make a staggering 5,574-mile round trip to face HFX Wanderers in Halifax, Nova Scotia. God damn. 5,500 miles. That is crazy. During his furthest away game in the Canadian Premier League, make sure that the players are up, getting a little activation and movement, stretching. It's bad, it's tough, it's difficult, but you have to move past it. Another possible pitfall national teams could face next year, particularly when needing to cross more than a time zone or two. Oh yeah, what was it? Also time zones are going to factor into this. Oh god, this is going to be such a mess. Or two through the scorching summer heat is an unexpected one. I would say the biggest mistake, more than anything, teams actually sometimes go a little too easy, Polly said. Some teams will travel 2 days before, and they're trying to transition players. Game time could come around, and the players' circadian rhythms is kind of all out of whack. With all this in mind, what could be done? For the host countries, such as the United States, Canada, and Mexico, they will not do much traveling compared to their other competitors. The US and Mexico will even stay in the same region. Oh, crap, yeah, it is getting a bit late. Oh, crap. Uh, the extra 1 to 2%. Mattresses, pancakes, lack of spicy food. Interesting combination. Was it? Interesting morning routine. Think of a typical flight. After having a few too many beverages en route to your vacation, you're then greeted by the most notorious enemy of anyone on holiday: an uncomfortable hotel bed. Yeah, what was it? I've slept in some beds with some rather uncomfy, I've slept in some hotels with some rather uncomfy beds before. It kind of sucks. Yeah. For Matthias Jorgensen, a Denmark international for the LA Galaxy, who took part in the 2018 World Cup, this was no problem a handful of years ago. There's so many things that go into it to get those extra 1 to 2%. Denmark had a little partnership with a brand called Temper. We were traveling with special mattresses so that wherever we went, we had our mattresses, said the 35-year-old defender. If the players wanted it, they would be transferred to every hotel we stayed at. Okay, so these guys just like carried around their own mattresses with them? Wait, so what was it? That meant whenever they got to a hotel, they would have to replace the hotel mattress with like their own? How long did that take? Oh, what team do I support? I'm a Barcelona guy myself. Yeah. Yeah. What was it? My dad. Yeah, my dad has always been a big Barcelona guy, so I kind of took after him. In 2018, similar conversations about long distances were happening for the World Cup in Russia. Despite the fact that Denmark traveled 3,852 miles in the group stage, including to their base camp at the Sheraton Moscow Sheremetyevo Hotel, Jorgensen highlighted his federation's attention to detail that helped them qualify for the knockout round, where he later scored. With new. Oh, okay. Oh, that's fun to hear. With nutrition, with sleep, with everything, Jorgensen said. All the small. Yeah. All the small things and getting it right. Regarding nutrition, part of San Diego FC's fuel and load strategy prepares for meals from the night before an away match until kickoff on the day of the game. To avoid any stomach problems, there's a limited amount of spicy flavors that go into these meals, although hot sauce is available. A variety of food options cater to the MLS club's global roster, and there's variations for a wide swath of palates. But there's one stomach secret. Well, there's one pre-match. Did I say stomach? Pre-match secret weapon that helps those who need an extra boost of energy after an extended trip. Is it coffee? Crap. That's probably what my mom. That's probably what my mom would use. Yeah. In England, we would have a lot of American style pancakes at our pre match meal, Jenkinson said. It's a very easy way to consume levels of carbohydrates that are hyper palatable. Oh, I actually didn't know that. As well as pancakes for San Diego. Morning team walks ahead of away matches are used to increase alertness before kickoff. And depending on the flight, the club can have a dim cabin for rest or a fully lit plane when attempting to keep their players from going to sleep too early. Average miles traveled by all teams during group stage, recent World Cups. Let's see, South Africa, 3,950. Okay. Brazil, 7,540. God damn. How big is Brazil again? I know it's not bigger than Russia. What the hell? 5,441? And then for Qatar, it was only about 86 because like the article said, that country is smaller than Connecticut. And for USA, obviously this is the average will be 5,167. All right, well, is it? I guess that is a lot, but it's still less than Russia and Brazil, which. Damn, what was it? With how much everyone's been talking about it, I kind of expected it to be smaller. I mean, no, bigger. But, that's still not great, obviously. With an increase in MLS using chartered flights, something national teams will have next summer, there's a flexibility that's available for organization that can turn planes into mobile locker rooms. We're fortunate, obviously, that we fly not on commercial flights, said Polly, who painted a picture of a cabin with Normatec compression boots, electrical stimulators, massages, and player stretching. Unlike the CPL or MLS from the days of 2013 MLS Cup winner Benny Feilhaber, private planes are a world of a difference for those who can use them. Sitting middle seat in a Southwest flight is a little different than flying charter, joked Feilhaber. Yeah, no shit. The mentality game. Logistically, there's also much more that goes into World Cup or club soccer preparations when you consider the small army of coaches, support staff, administrators, communications team members, and more that will guide the players. FIFA, seeking to minimize some of those logistical headaches, has separated the competition into West, Central, and East regions. Oh yeah, what was it? They decided to split the U.S. into like different regions to make sure the teams don't have to travel too much, thereby ensuring that there will be 3 days of rest for teams in 103 of the tournament's 104 matches. Oh crap. So that means one match. That means one match is going to have less than 3 days of rest between it. Oh crap. Imagine being the two unlucky teams that have to play that game. Oh god, that's gonna suck. According to FIFA, no national team will need to fly coast to coast in the group stage. Base camp selections are also expected to be announced by January. All right, well, maybe nobody's flying coast to coast, but what was it? Canada's going to have to fly from Toronto to Vancouver, which is almost coast to coast. Crap. Oh man, where was I? All right. According to travel miles for each team group stage of the World Cup. Group A. Let's see. Oh crap. This is like every team. And UEFA winner playoff D 2000 Mexico. Oh, well, Mexico's not going to have to fly too far. South Korea 360. UEFA winner playoff. Oh god, 3,000 miles. Damn. These guys are getting the short end of the stick. Group C. Oh crap, what was it? The distance they have to travel is actually pretty even between all of them. What was it? They're all, what was it? You got 1,200, 1,200, 1,000, 1,000. Yeah. Let's see. Crap. In terms of distance, it looks like USA is the big loser for Group D, having to fly 1,900. And remember, this is just for the group stage. Let's see, Group E, you got Ecuador with 2,000. Japan, you got, what was it? Group F, you got Japan with 1,000. Group G, Belgium with 2,000. You got Cape Verde with 1,500. You got Playoff 2 winner, FIFA 590. Algeria, damn, coming in with a big 2,900. Wow. Playoff 1 winner, 2,200. And England, 1,700. Damn. That said, when discussing travel, there's no overlooking the uncontrollable variables that next summer's weather could bring. From scorching temperatures or thunderstorms. Oh, crap, yeah. What was it? Yeah, what was it? I remember a couple of games had to be called off due to thunderstorms at the Club World Cup. Yeah, what was it? I think, like, didn't one game have to be, like, called off for, like, what was it, 30 or 40 minutes? Or, I guess called off, not the right word, postponed. Or, stopped for a little while. Yeah, what was it? I remember that being a bit of a problem at the Club World Cup, so yeah. That might happen a few times at the normal World Cup. Oh, and the heat was also a problem at certain places. Some games had to take a lot of water breaks. Bellhaber shared a story of once being stuck at an airport for 6 extra hours. Oh, damn. Are par for the course for North America. Yeah, airports in the U.S. can suck a bit. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Oh, if only. If only. Oh, breaking news. Donald Trump has resigned USA from hosting the World Cup. If only. Yeah. A possible final piece for overcoming this beyond mattresses or chartered planes Whether it be through experience in the more modest CPL or the World Cup itself, one vital factor that was brought up was the right state of mind. Yeah, what was it? A lot of it is mental. You gotta always keep the mental aspect in mind. I think the most important thing is the mentality. Try not to make too big of a deal of it. Pacific FC's Merriman said, if you see players drag themselves through it or make comments about it, things like that, then for sure you're going to feel the travel. You're going to feel the time difference, all those things. I didn't know the exact number, but I kind of assumed something like that was true. Yeah. Jorgensen, in a message to those heading out next summer, stressed that it's an important opportunity to take advantage of. Being lucky enough to visit different countries is like a blessing, he said. yeah, yeah, that's true. Man. Recovery is just as much mental as it is physical. Come in here with a great mindset. You do your thing. You hydrate. You make sure that you've done everything you have. And then you're smiling and enjoying being a part of the biggest tournament in the world. The biggest sporting event in the world. We'll see who is left smiling after covering thousands of miles next year. Yeah, what was it? Yeah. I remember, what was it? I was talking earlier when I was reading this, I was talking about, the environmental impact of all this travel, but yeah, what was it? Crap, all these plane flights, one after another is going to do a real, well, it's going to do a real number on the players. It's crazy. Oh, man. So yeah, not only are they all flying in from other countries, but they're also having to fly across the country itself. It's just a 6-7 game tournament, Ronaldo. Yeah. Nice one, man. Crap. Okay, what was it? Crap. All right. An hour and a half? Ah, man. Yeah, sorry, but I feel like this next article is probably gonna have to be the last one for tonight. Damn. Alright. Alright. Yeah. If what was it? If I, what was it? So yeah, but what was it? What was it? I might be getting out of work early on Wednesday, so I might be able to stream. Yeah, what was it? Yeah. Yeah, what was it? But yeah, I might be getting out of work early on Wednesday, so there is a decent chance I will be able to stream this Wednesday. So yeah, I'll probably talk about. So yeah, if I do stream this Wednesday, I probably will talk about the Liverpool stuff. But yeah, what was it? This is probably gonna have to be the last article for tonight. Right. World Cup. This next article is also from The Athletic. World Cup 2026 ticket resale prices for Portugal, Argentina rise nearly 300% after draw. Yes, that's right. We're talking about ticket prices again. Yeah, what was it? Because of course a World Cup at the U.S. is going to be the most expensive there ever's been. Oh, man. This was by Henry Bushnell. And yeah, as I said, it's discussing ticket prices, specifically for Portugal and Argentina, whose resale prices have apparently skyrocketed. God damn. Alright. Now remember, what was it? This isn't about the actual sales price. This is about the resale price, which means this is how much people are reselling the tickets for. So essentially, this is about scalpers. Yeah. Yeah, people can be greedy. So yeah, what was it? This is essentially about scalpers, not like the actual prices themselves. The resale price of tickets to 2026 World Cup games involving Portugal and Argentina jumped by an average of nearly 300% in the hours after Friday's World Cup draw and Saturday's schedule release. Oh yeah, they also released the schedule on Saturday. Before Friday, with matchups not yet known, the get-in price, the cost of the cheapest ticket, for the June 27th match at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida, was less than $400 according to ticketdata.com, a site that tracks resale prices. On Saturday afternoon, less than an hour after FIFA announced that the game would be Portugal versus Colombia, ooh, yeah, that's gonna be an exciting match. The get-in price spiked above $2,000. Holy crap! What was it? So it shot up from $400 to $2,000. That's a 5 times increase. God damn. Hours later, it nearly hit 3,000, then settled in around 2,200. It is now the fourth most expensive ticket at the tournament, behind only the World Cup finals and semi-finals on the secondary market. Damn. The second biggest leap was for Brazil versus Scotland. Okay, interesting. Also in Miami Gardens. Three of the next four largest jumps were for Argentina's three. Three of the next four largest jumps were for Argentina's three group games. All right, that makes sense. You know, they're Argentina. This is Messi's last World Cup, and they're the defending champions. Against Algeria at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, then Austria and Jordan at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The skyrocketing prices, of course, are driven in part by Portugal's Cristiano Ronaldo and Argentina's Lionel Messi, of course, who will almost certainly be playing in their sixth and final World Cup. Yeah, you do have to keep in mind, this isn't just a World Cup. This is the final Messi and Ronaldo World Cup. They are by far the most popular soccer players in America. Yeah. Crap. Yeah, what was it? What was it? There are probably like four soccer players that the average like American person can name. And yeah, I'd say it's like Messi, Ronaldo, then probably like Pele and Maradona. Yeah, those are like the holy four. Those are the four soccer players that the average American can name. According to me, obviously. I haven't done any kind of like, scientific study on that. So, you're gonna have to take my word for it. Oh, man. But they weren't and aren't the only attractions. Resale prices rose for around 78 of the World Cup's 91 games in the United States and Canada. According to ticketdata.com, which pulls from popular resale sites like StubHub and SeatGeek, its operator told The Athletic data is unavailable for the 13 games in Mexico where laws restrict the resale of tickets. Holy crap, what was it? We gotta get this shit in. What was it? This is one thing that this is one thing that Mexico is actually doing right. They're actually like cracking down on this freaking scalper shit. Oh crap. Good on them. In the USA and Canada, the market is relatively unregulated, unfortunately. The 10 biggest increases were group games from Thursday to Sunday afternoon were for Colombia versus Portugal in Miami, Florida. 2,185, up 500%. Scotland versus Brazil, also in Miami, Florida, 1,474, up 300%. Argentina versus Algeria in Kansas City, 968, up 300%. Argentina versus Austria in Arlington, Texas, 1,327, up 250%. Portugal versus Intercontinental Playoffs in Houston, $1,003. That's oddly specific. Up 240%. Jordan versus Argentina in Arlington, 1,158, up 200%. Brazil versus Haiti in Philadelphia, 1,000, up 210. Ecuador versus Germany in East Rutherford, 1,000, up 196. Portugal versus Uzbekistan in Houston, 781. England versus Croatia in Arlington, 997, up 187. Alright, well, 3 articles you should look in next. Liverpool Mo/situation, Premier League prediction games weeks 15-16, and Wolves situation. Yeah, sure. What was it? I'll keep the... Let's see. Yeah, sure, I'll keep those in mind. Yeah. If I do stream on Wednesday, I definitely will talk about the Mo Salah situation. And, yeah, I probably will look into the Wolves story. Even... Wolves have 0 wins? Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, they do. Oh, crap. Yeah, what was it? Damn. I haven't been paying much attention to Wolves. That's probably why. Damn. They might break the all-time lowest points record in the Premier League? Oh, crap. They lost 4-1 to Man United. Oh, crap. God, what the... God damn, what was it? Obviously, Wolves were never, like, the best team ever, but they weren't too bad last season. What the hell happened? Oh, crap. Yo, yeah, what was it? If I do stream on Wednesday, I'll definitely try to talk about that. Yeah. Even knockout round prices rose as potential paths took shape, and as fans speculate. They scored 8 goals this goddamn in 15 games. Oh damn. And as fans speculated, they conceded 33. That's amazing. Oh god. Even knockout round prices rose as potential paths took shape, and as fans speculated on which teams would end up where after the group stage. The round of 32 match at Hard Rock Stadium on July 13th, which could pit Argentina as the likely winner of Group J, against either Uruguay or Spain as the runner-up from Group H, saw the cheapest ticket available go from less than 500 early in the week to over 1,500. Wow, that's 3 times increase. Damn. Beyond the contenders, teams driving the most demand seem to be Scotland. Oh, you are? Alright, that must be pretty fun. God damn. What was it? Beyond the contenders, the team driving the most demand seemed to be Scotland. The Scots will be making their first men's World Cup appearance since 1998. In addition to their showdown with Brazil, their games against Morocco and Haiti saw prices more than double between Thursday and Sunday. At the other end of the spectrum, around a dozen matchups caused prices to decrease from earlier in the week, when participating teams weren't known. The June 27th match in Atlanta between Uzbekistan and an international playoff winner saw the Gen price dip from 200, seemingly the first time that has happened for any 2026 World Cup match. Oh, okay. Well, at least that match will be cheap. The least attractive games per resale. Uzbekistan International Playoff in Atlanta, 197, down 42. Cabo Verde versus Saudi Arabia, 203, down 37. Algeria versus Austria, 217, down 27. Curacao versus Ivory Coast, 255, down 20. South Africa versus Playoff D, 261, down 9. Jordan versus Algeria in Santa Clara, 279, down 13. Austria versus Jordan in Santa Clara, 295, down 8. Uruguay versus Uruguay, really? I mean, they're a pretty good team. I'm surprised one of their matches went down. But it is against Cabo Verde, so, you know. In Miami Gardens, 314, down 21. New Zealand versus Egypt in Vancouver, 332, down 8. And Senegal versus Intercontinental Playoff in Toronto, down 339, down 34%. Damn. The prices, to be clear, are not FIFA's. They are set by sellers who previously bought the tickets, either on the secondary market or during one of FIFA's 2 early sales phases. Yeah, what was it? So we're not talking about FIFA's actual prices, we're talking about scalpers right now. Scrap the PL prediction, watch a video on how football has gotten uglier. Long throw-ins by almost team now. That does sound interesting. Yeah, what was it? I guess I could look into that. I guess there have been more long throw-ins. They are set by sellers who previously bought the tickets, either on the secondary market or during one of... Oh, already read that. FIFA is preparing for the 3rd ticket lottery phase, which opens Thursday, December 11th. Per its variable pricing strategy, also known as dynamic pricing, it will adjust prices according to demand. In the November sale phase, before the World Cup draw, FIFA hiked prices, because of course they did, based on the demand it observed in October. The new prices, which so far have been lower than resale prices, but multiple times higher than any previous World Cup, because of course, should be set by Thursday. Between then and January 13, fans will be able to go to FIFA's ticketing website, sign up for a FIFA ID, and apply for tickets to specific matches in a specific ticket category for a specific price. Is this specific enough for you? Oh, crap. FIFA will then randomly select a minority of applicants in February, grant them some or all of the tickets they requested, and charge them the listed price. Okay, so what was it? This whole ticket lottery thing isn't a lottery to get a ticket, it's a lottery to get the right to buy a ticket. I don't know who came up with that, but I really hope they're going. But I know they're going to hell someday. That is just some of the dumbest shit I have ever read. Like, goddamn. I really feel bad for anyone that like signed up for that. No priority or advantage will be given to people who apply earlier or later in the December 11th, January 13th window, FIFA says. All of FIFA are going to hell, probably. Yeah, I believe it. Okay, alright. So yeah, what was it? Ticket prices continue to be a hot button topic for the 2026 World Cup, and they likely Oh, shit, it has been 2 hours. About. Yeah, what was it? Yeah, what was it? Yeah, 2 2 hours is one of my longer streams. Alright. So yeah, what was it? Ah, man. It does look like I'm gonna have to end things here for today. Like I said, I might be getting out of work early on Wednesday, so there is a good chance I will stream. I know I'm a bit inconsistent with that, but yeah, what was it? Yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, sorry, man. But it does look like I'm gonna have to call it a night. You really should too. So yeah, what was it? Have So yeah, what was it? Have a good night, Ryan, and I hope you have fun on that school trip you have tomorrow. And with that said, see ya next time.